Throughout this series of videos on Words and Wordsmith, we have looked at tips and tricks that can help us write better. And continuing this tradition for this week as well, I will share with you my top 10 novel writing tips for beginners. When I began writing my first fiction, I looked at a whole lot of videos myself. And while each one of them taught me how to create a story arc of taking the protagonist on a journey from the beginning through the middle and to the end, none of them really taught me the art of writing. In essence, no one can teach you how to write. But people, me included, can and do inspire you to write better. The first 5 tips help you get started or continue with your writing habit. The next 5 tips help bring the best out of you. With that introduction, let us delve. Tip number 1. Organize. First, have a place to write. Make sure that you have a proper desk setup. It could be a wooden plank that suspends on the support of 2 drums. But so long as you have a dedicated desk, you will know where to go to get to write. Also, find a place where you could organize your thoughts. It could be as silent and cozy as your own room or as noisy and lively as a coffee shop. Everyone has their own favorite. Find out what's yours. Second, have tools in place. It could be physical tools or digital ones. I always like to have 6 P's handy: pen, paper, pencils, printer, paper clips, and pouches. To this, you could add your list of favorite inspiring books and other optional items that might aid in your writing. For example, a dictionary or thesaurus, a coffee mug, a plant, a photo frame or collage, your favorite quote, and lightning fixtures. Basically, everything that makes up your dream writing place. I also ensure that I at least get some view of the outside world, especially of the movement of the sun as the day progresses. This aligns my body clock well with the day. It is amusing to see how these seemingly harmless and unrelated things can either make or break the case for me. What about you? Tip number 2. If possible, stick to a schedule. Write something every day at the same time. Train your brain cells and muscles to get to work every time you are at your desk. I know it is tough, but you've got to begin from somewhere, right? When I began writing, I found out that I was most productive either in the afternoon or late at night. Now my daily writing schedule revolves around the time when I am the most productive with my writing. This helps me write more and commit lesser mistakes while writing. This also means that I can condition my brain to jot down key points on topics at hand even before I am at my writing desk. Tip number 3. Observe. We live in a world full of characters. This is true not just for the literary world of books, but also the world around us. Our characters take inspiration from real life stories. There are characters of all variety around us. Some of us make our way through hardships. Some make their way through with a silver spoon in their mouths. And some have a mixed experience. But most importantly, all of us have invaluable insights and life lessons that can bring a more rounded look and feel to our characters. Observe how people behave and try to bring that into your characters' lives. Tip number 4. Be optimistic. Everybody sucks at writing, especially writers. Not because what they write doesn't make sense, but because what they write must make sense. And you can't expect your work to make sense all the time. Neither is it possible that everyone will agree with you, nor is it that what you write will always come out good in the very first attempt. It is all a time-taking process which requires you to be patient and optimistic. Keep calm and continue to work and hope that it comes out right eventually. If you are not optimistic, chances are you will either stop writing or will deviate to other topics that cannot bring out your best. Right? Tip number 5. Actually, this should be tip number 1. enjoy what you're doing. It is not only important for you to enjoy what you write, but also enjoy this whole process of writing. Who knows, once you become an established writer, you will miss your days of struggle. The very days and efforts that brought forth the best in you will seem to you farther away than they might be. Memories are, after all, as much your past as they are the source of inspiration. So long as you will enjoy what you do, you will never get tired of it. Innovation and perseverance will only be your second nature then. Now that we've looked at how to approach writing and create a nice workspace that helps us build a writing habit, let us look at a few tips that can help us write better. Tip number 6. Outline your book. There are all kinds of writers. For instance, there are those who prefer to write on the go, and then those, like me, who approach everything in a structured way. Even before I began writing the first chapter of my novel, I knew how the story was going to end. I could create an outline of the book and the summary of chapters based on the book's synopsis I had written. I did edit and improve the synopsis over time, but in essence, it remained the same throughout the writing process. I used this outline to track my progress on chapters and scenes. I had created a spreadsheet based on this outline in which I used to record the scenes, the word count, and whether I had performed any edit cycles on the chapter. This helped me not only speed up my writing, but also ensured that my story and characters remained on track. Tip number 7. Create the ending first. There are a lot of reasons you should create the ending of your novel first. Don't write it until you jot down the scenes that lead to it in your outline. You will know the importance of the ending once you sit down to write the penultimate chapter. It is then that everything will sort of come together and result in the final turn of events. This means you will create a watertight container for your story, so nothing can leak into the story, and this will give a strong foundation to your backstories too. Tip number 8. Create a story arc. Break the story into parts, acts, and scenes. Create first a simple flowchart of how the character progresses from one episode to another and eventually evolves from what they were into a better version of themselves. Then, connect the dots by creating further such micro flows to create a wholesome story that evolves your main characters. A lot of writers build their characters in stories such that their evolution happens on more than one ground. For example, by the end of the story, not just the protagonist is more wealthy and healthy, but also has a better vision of the world and more enlightened perspective toward themselves. Such an evolution is more gripping and involving because the reader is always curious to know how the protagonist overcomes one more and preferably more daunting challenge. Tip number 9. Create the world first and then the characters. The story, as we have discussed in the previous tip, lies in the protagonist's evolution from what they were to what they eventually become. And because it is a story that sets the tone for the characters and their lives, it is always recommended that you focus on describing the life and times of the characters, keeping the story and surroundings in perspective. Unless, of course, we are talking about a time traveler who uses their cell phone for communication way back in the 17th century. The easy way to remember this is to understand the fact that both text and context are mutually dependent, and the failure or success of one affects the other. Tip number 10. Edit. William Zinsser in On Writing Well summarizes the struggle that writers go through before they taste their first success, if at all, when he says, "Nobody becomes Tom Wolfe overnight, not even Tom Wolfe." Even though he says that in the context of simple writing, what he intends only seconds our point. The importance of editing in writing can hardly ever be overstated. In the world of writing, We can only come to what we wish to say only after we've passed that through our eyes multiple number of times. Words are delicate things. Any undue pressure on their shoulders can break down their confidence in the intent and our confidence in them. I have a digital notepad where I note down all random thoughts that strike me as the day passes. The very first line of that note is dedicated to 3 words that have been my mantra over the years. Those 3 words are: use words wisely. I've always believed that no one can ever become a better writer, but with practice, everyone can write better. I hope that our today's topic has helped you glean something meaningful. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what has helped you write better. If you choose to create a list of your own, for example, what would you list down and why? Let me know in the comments section. If you've liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.